Hi everyone. I thought I'd show you how I put on my makeup for the daytime. I call it the facelift makeup because it will lift the eyes. I have hooded eyes. It lifts the eyes, the cheeks, but I do it very lightly. I'll do a more of an evening look with false eyelashes and all of that in a later video, but this is just for daytime. So the primer I'm going to use today is Smashbox Photo Finish. This is something that is gentle, works, smooths everything down. I find that it works and plays well with all the makeup and foundation and sunscreens, and I do put some on my eyes, under my eyes especially. The foundation I use is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. It has a really great sunscreen, and the sunscreen is really good because there was a time I am religious about sunscreen. I think that's part of the reason why I don't have really any wrinkles. Everything's moving south. Gravity is making everything, but I'm wrinkle free. And that's because of sunscreen. I started using sunscreen in my 20s, back before really people started wearing sunscreen. They were just using baby oil with iodine and baking like potatoes. But I was always, even back then, I was concerned about, you know, aging, I guess. Aging's tough. So sunscreen on this is really good in that it actually protects me from burning even when I don't have any sunscreen underneath. So this is in Fair. Has really good coverage. What I normally like to do is spread it around a little bit with my hands, because a little goes a long way with this stuff. Put too much on. So I have my cat underneath me, so if you hear these little trilling, it's my cat Biggie's. He wants my attention. Sometimes he wants to play, sometimes he just wants food. What do you want, Biggs? See how nice that's going on? A little bit on my eye. Okay, and I also put it on my neck. Covers things really well. We don't like a heavy. I don't like heavy, but this works well for self-tapes, auditions, things where I'm on camera, and it works well if I'm going to be outside. Protection, but for just something like I'm sitting in the house and I like to apply this lighter. I've always liked foundations that just made your skin look amazing. I don't like it seems to be phasing out now, but there was a time there not too long ago where, I mean, people just look like clowns. Makeup was thick, the contouring was ridiculous, the highlighting was just like, you know, if you shined a flashlight at people, they'd be like lighthouses with the highlights. There. And again, all of these things that I'm using don't react. Whatever ingredient I react to, they're not in this stuff. Maybelline, the Lasting Fix, All Day Matte Finish. This is such good stuff. It's so cheap. It's like $4. And the finish and wearability is like, you'd probably spend $50 on a luxury brand. I'm telling you, I've tried them all. This stuff is great. So I just kind of buff it all in. Even my eyes, because this stuff is so light, it actually sets things. Look at that. Nice. I like to do my face before my eyes. I like to set the framework, the foundation. So next I will do my eyebrows. Now, something I wanted to say about foundations and things like that is a lot of times I notice women who are aging, they will be using the same color foundation that they wore when they were in their 20s, 30s, 40s. And that's a mistake because you lose pigment as you age. You actually get paler as you age. And if you are wearing, say you wore medium as you were growing up or as a young woman, you may have moved into the fair complexion and you're wearing a medium and it just looks like a mask. It's just this dark circle. I mean, we've all seen, unfortunately, older women wearing that. And, you know, so just be careful because that actually, it ages you. Wearing a darker foundation doesn't give you color. What gives you color is the contour and the blush. Don't try to give yourself color through your foundation. It'll look terrible. So that's my advice. Okay, so eyebrows, I am using the Benefit Kaboom. What you want to do with the eyebrows is we want to go under it first. Then what you want to do is make sure that we want to pull the eye up. So we don't want to take it down like this. What I do is I start at the top and I make a line underneath. At the very topmost of that. Then I go up and I raise it a little bit up, just a little bit from its natural line, and I shorten the ending so I don't make it face downwards as much as possible. I mean, you're gonna have to go down a little bit, but not much, or else it would look probably a little weird. So I do that with the Kaboom. It's kind of like just like a guide for me. And then I'm going to go in with powder to make it more precise. I find that using that makes kind of allows the makeup to stick. The powder. See how much more precise that powder is. See how I'm not allowing, I want things to go up and out. We're creating optical illusions here. See the difference? And then I seal it. And then I seal it with Benefit's Gimme Brows. And not too dark too. I don't go for really dark brows because that can look really harsh. So now it's time for blush and contouring. What I do is I take a little bit of contour cream. And this I actually made myself. Put it under my chin. I took a little bit of my It Cosmetics foundation and add a little bit of eyeshadow. Mixed it together. And I only did this because I'm having trouble finding a cream contour that doesn't react with my skin. Then you can put that a little bit. So you really want to be careful with contour because you do not want to drag the eye down. And I'm very light, so I don't need a lot. So I'm not going to start down here. I'm starting at the end of my cheekbone. But the real star of this is the blush. It's very important to start high. Start your blush high. And I always like to go in the eye to tie things together, and also warms up the look. So you can see I'm very high. And I'm probably putting more blush on than I normally would because I want to make sure you see it. I like to blend it in with my fingers. Okay, even that's a little bit too low, so I'm just gonna... And then I kind of make sure my apples of my eye, near the apple of my eye, make sure that when I smile it does kind of... But you want to go like where most people put highlighter, and put some blush in the temple. Now for some highlight. Highlight's very important for this is a Aromaly brand. It's a cruelty-free vegan. It's Bloom and Aromaly, AROMALEIGH.com. They have little samples that you can sample out, and they're very, very generous with their samples. A lot of their stuff you can use lips, eyes, everything. This is Almondine, and although it's an eyeshadow, I use it as a highlight. Their stuff seems to be gentle on my skin. So, and a little goes, they're highly pigmented, so a little goes a long way. Really nice company. Here we go, just on the top. Okay. Listen, I love a sparkle. My 8-year-old loves a sparkle. But frosted eyeshadows on mature skin, it's not a good look. As much as believe me, I've tried. What I do is I go in with a blending brush first, and establish the base of operations here. And I like to go into the eyebrow because my eyes are hooded. And I'll highlight the lid later, but I very rarely highlight my brow bone because it can make hooded eyes appear even more hooded and heavy. So, okay, so what's very important with this eyeshadow technique, what I call the facelift, is not going beyond here. Everything has to lift. So now I'm going in with, and everything's going to be concentrated on the outer corner. Coming in with something a little warmer. So our focus is lifting in the outer corner. By the way, this is the first time I've done this, so I don't know how it's going to work out. Okay. So I'm going to go in light at first with this and then build it. The eyeshadow that I used for my base is actually the Wet n Wild eyeshadows, which I love. They're so cheap and they're so good. So I am creating my crease, and I'm gonna, in creating the crease, I'm going to make like a, what is that? Like a V. But I'm also gonna go above, because I want to create the illusion of a crease that is higher to kind of, you know, with my lid that folds down, I want to make it recede. You could take this up into the very high up. You see how I'm building? I'm always starting at the outer corner. Always starting at the outer corner and going in. Because we really want to build that up. I'm creating that V constantly. Even to the point where I make it point up. And you're correct, I am not putting anything on the bottom of my eye because I want everything lifted up. If you want, you could put like a very light definition. Or if you would like a more retro look, completely leave the under eye bare. So I put just a little bit of definition down there. Okay. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in with a very dark brown or even black. Let's do black. Do dark brown or black. Let me do dark brown. Black I'd save more for. A little brush. And I'm going to go into the lid, the corner. See? See, because we powdered our under eyes, anything. This is just staying here. Look at that. The other side. You know, for evening, you could intensify the colors. Maybe bring in a little bit of that, but this is for day. So what I am going to do is I'm going to first line my upper lid. I'm not going to go on top all the way around. That's makes your eye smaller, and it makes your eye very heavy, and it's very aging. So we're not going on top of the eye, we're going underneath. And then we're gonna wing it out. Let me show. So you go right up to the lash line, because you wanna give your as much lid as you possibly can. Look at that. It's already lifted. Again, just up into the lashes. Then what I will do is I'm going to only apply on the outer part of the lid and then wing it up. And I'm going to even that up to the bottom of my... I'm going to go over it with powder to soften it, black powder, and increase that. I find I get more precise and increase the lift. Okay, so here we go with the powder. I have black powder from Maybelline. I'm going to use a brush. It's got black eyeshadow on it. And I'm just going to go over that, blend it, soften it, and intensify it. It's a very natural daytime look. Now, last but not least, well, not last, not least, but we're gonna go in with the, I like to do concealer, so I help lift up anything. You know what, I'm gonna make the outer corner just a little bit darker. It cleans up any you know, spills, and it lifts up, because what I want to do is make sure I have highlighter going up here. Blend that in. my fingers better. L'Oreal. It's the best. Carbon black with a curved wand. My eyelashes have gotten so sparse. I start on the bottom ones. My eyelashes have gotten so sparse that I need all the help I can get, and I find that this really helps. Now, I'm going to try that. I've heard about L'Oreal puts out something you put on your eyelashes first. It like grabs onto, lengthens, and gives a lot of. So I'm actually going to try that. Now, this look today, I could probably wear false eyelashes, but like I said, I'm just going to be sitting around the house today. If I was going out or in class or auditioning, I'd put some eyelashes on, but I don't think I need it today. And I always like to concentrate on my outer corners. Now, I do have an eyelash curler, but to be honest with you, I hate using them. They hurt my eyes when I do that. They're so sensitive to things. I'd much rather use a fake eyelash than curl my eyelashes. It's not bad for nothing but the mascara. So time for lips. So the trick with lips is, what happens is when you age, this gets longer. This muscle relaxes when I get my facelift, because girls, I'm getting a facelift. I'd get all the things. It'd be like a Kardashian if I could. If I had the money, I'd get all the things done. But they lift this up, and it's very, very good for looking younger. So we have to fake it right now because I'm an actor and I want money. So I'm going to go above a little bit, concentrate on this, go a little bit above. See how I'm foundation. I'm gonna go even higher. My lips have also gotten so uneven with, they used to be very symmetrical. Now it's really odd. Anyway, what I do this is when I fill it in, I don't go all the way into the corners because my mouth is starting to turn down with gravity. So I'm going to avoid that. It's all an illusion. It's all smoke and mirrors. Just filling in here. And keep everything in the center. So now it's time for lipstick in here. Okay, so this lipstick is by Red Apple Lipstick, and they are a vegan makeup company that is the only lipstick I can wear without getting contact dermatitis and all sorts of things going on. And I love my lipstick. I feel naked without lipstick. So when I started developing an allergy to something in it, it was devastating. And I spent hundreds of dollars trying to find lipstick. And even the ones that would say was hypoallergenic would still react on me, because this is red apple lipstick. It's my savior. Isn't that pretty? And that color is Kissing Me. Oh, here you go. Facelift makeup. Natural daytime look. A little bit of this. I did not do anything for my nose. Let's do something for my nose. What do I do? Because I'd get that done if I could too. I just put a little bit. Our noses get longer and wider as we age, so that's all I do. Just put it on the tip. So I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know if you try this out, and love to know how it works out for you. I'm gonna do an evening look at some point, but this is just a natural, everyday, youthening makeup that I have created for myself. So I hope you enjoyed this, and you enjoyed this makeup technique, lifting your face, creating some lift and youthening to your makeup routine, or something like that. I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial, first one I've ever done on lifting the face, making it look a little younger. And let me know, leave a comment. The bird says, time to go. Bye, everybody.